Now there's a lot of confusion of how you should set up in the bunker. Should you open your stance? Should you stand square? Where should your upper body be? And bunker play, without a doubt, is actually one of the easiest parts of golf if you set up correctly. And a lot of people ask me, well, I struggle out of bunkers, or my friends struggle out of bunkers. Why is it so easy then? And the answer is for the fact that we don't actually strike the golf ball. Our objective is to strike the sand, and the momentum of that sand is carrying the golf ball out, which means we actually have a little bit more room for error where we can either hit a little bit heavy or slightly thin, and assuming that we're set up correctly, we can actually still get this golf ball out in a predictable manner. So we're going to use the Tour Aim and the Tour Aim Plus today to give you a practice station that you can use to ensure that you're getting set up correctly. Today we're going to be focusing specifically on ball position and body position. And the reason that these are key is because if you get these two factors down pat with where our ball is positioned and where our body is, well then it's pretty much going to guarantee, as long as you have enough speed through that sand, that the ball is going to come out effortlessly. So this is certainly something that I want you to practice next time you're out at the bunker. So from your address position, let's look at ball position first. Now we're going to have a nice wide stance, about as wide as your driver, but we want to ensure, using the Tour Aim Plus here, that we've got the ball located about a comfortable club head inside our lead foot. And we can just draw a visual line from the Tour Aim Plus, and we're going to see that a comfortable club head inside that lead foot is where our golf ball is going to be positioned. Now, the reason this is so is because we actually want to strike the ground first before the ball, and the further forward we have that ball in the stance, the more likely we're going to do so. Secondary to that, the key here is to ensure that it doesn't get so far forward that the club might be rising. And the sweet spot, once you combine it with tip 2, is going to ensure that our body is positioned in the right spot as well. So number 1, let's get a comfortable club head inside the lead foot, and we can see the ball is an extension of that. Now, secondary to this, we're going to look at where my shirt buttons are located. Now, if I am someone who has my shirt buttons located back here, and I try and hit that golf ball, well, the bottom of my swing is going to ground out way too early. If I do the opposite, let's say I make a big lunging forward movement, my swing is going to ground out too late, and I'm more than likely going to thin the golf ball. So where our shirt buttons are located has a direct effect on where the bottom of our swing is going to be. And this is why one of the best ways to get yourself into a bunker setup position, simply just grab your front hand, slide it down onto your front knee, and you'll notice that if you have a driver width stance, the ball located one club head inside the lead foot, my shirt buttons, if I can get that hand on that left knee there, will tend to be directly on top of the golf ball. Now, all things being equal, if I just stay in this position, rotate in a centered fashion, the bottom of the swing will be at where the golf ball is. Now that right there is going to solve a lot of your issues, but there's still one thing we need to introduce, and that is how low you are to the ground. If I am standing too tall, so let's say I do put my left hand on my left knee here, but then I suddenly stand up, well, I'm going to hit the equator of the ball or top it. If I go too low down to the ground, I might start to enter the ground a little bit too early. So the key here is actually just to go through that process, place that front hand on that front knee, and you'll actually be the perfect amount of down and forward, assuming you got that ball position located, a comfortable club head in front, that if you just make a swing that has enough momentum, we'll find that the ball will come out effortlessly through the sand. If we have a look at this divot, we'll notice that the golf ball was in line with the Tour Aim Plus. The golf club entered approximately 4 inches behind and about the same on the way through, which means that the momentum of the sand carried the golf ball out without me trying to force it. So using the Tour Aim and the Tour Aim Plus as your practice station is just an incredibly powerful way to ensure that you have some consistency to your setup, and it's going to help you get that ball out of the sand a lot more often.